Welcome to the Devils You Know. Unfortunate loss in overtime against the Islanders, but what are we going to do? You can't win them all. I specifically was at the game, felt like my presence at the game alone was bringing bad luck, only because I was at the first game at home, the first home game that the Devils won, and they've been undefeated at home since. So I felt like going back to the arena is bad luck. I'm very superstitious. It's blurred out. Oh, there you go. If you looked at that, that's the hat they gave us last night, Military Appreciation Night. It wasn't really much of a military appreciation night. They just gave us a hat. They did appreciate one guy. There was I know last year they had the a military marching band play before the game, and a little extra stuff. They didn't, so all these nights should just go away. Even the military one, just get rid of them all. We don't need that kind. Just play hockey. That's what I say. Got nothing against any of them. Maybe one or two. Who knows? Pick it. You can pick and choose, but it is what it is. Well, let's get into the game and what happened when I went to the game, because I was there. So my friend and I get to the arena very early, 4:40 something. Plan to meet Rachel Herzog at a certain spot so she could. I don't even have it here, but one of these hats. It's in the picture, right here above me. If you're watching, if you're just listening on Spotify or whatever, there's a picture of a green Devils hat. It's the Devils Stadium Series logo with the camo inside of it, and a black brim. And the underside of the brim is also camo, and then it's got Rachel Herzog autograph in gold on the black brim. Beautiful hat. Rachel Herzog, class act, awesome. She's extremely friendly. Couldn't have been better. She was so nice to take, and she was definitely busy at the time that she took her time out to come and meet with me. Hopefully in February we're gonna see her. I'm gonna have an interview going on, similar to my Dano interview, my Don LaGreca interview. If you haven't seen those, they're on Substack, they're on YouTube, they're on Spotify. It's impossible to not find them. Anyway, so we're at the game, and Jesper Bratt, I knew I was gonna I did put a post up saying if Jesper Bratt scores tonight, I'll have a 25-26 Jesper Bratt goal-oriented card, and I'll send it to them. But he didn't. But he had 2 assists, but he did let up in the overtime. So so that kind of pissed me off. Luke Hughes had a horrible game. Luke Hughes was terrible, and no matter who you are, my friend or just a random person that I don't know that's listening, and I appreciate you, the Devils fans, there's a large group of Devils fans that are just anti-criticism about the Hughes brothers. If you criticize them, please stop. Do not bark. If you criticize them, they will deny it. They will minimize it. It's really, they need to be criticized. Criticism is the best way to get someone to be better. They need to hear this. And my opinion has always been, if you have Luke and Jack on the team, which we shouldn't have both, it's just a distraction, in my opinion, and many others. You won't see that much because some people are afraid to say it just because they get attacked. They get attacked for saying a hockey opinion. Having a hockey opinion. I guess some people, not attacked physically, but, to the point where it's uncomfortable for them. It's sad. I won't, you could come do that to me. Try it. I invite it, but there are, most people want to stay quiet and they don't want, whatever. If you want to block me because I have an opinion, that's on you. You're missing out on good content where, on Twitter and stuff like that. Anyway, back to the game. Timo time. Timo scores pretty early, so it was how early did he score in the game? What was it? It was a power play goal. Timo Meyer, his fifth. Jesper Bratt and Luke Hughes, his assist. It was a secondary assist, and it wasn't a good one. It was some excellent play. So just because he has that doesn't mean anything. But we did see some cool stuff. In general. First of all, that was 2:12 into the game. First of all, then Bo Horvat at 6:55 the second scores. And Bo Horvat is basically, if Lou Lamoriello wasn't trying to sabotage the Devils, he wouldn't have traded for Corey Schneider, and we would have had Bo Horvat. They would have picked him. He was definitely the pick that they would have used. They would have went with at that pick. He was the guy if the trade didn't go through with Schneider. Now the problem at the time is the Devils didn't need to bring in some goalie to save the day. Like kind of in the last year or two, where they have a team that can do something. This was a team that didn't have anything. They need draft picks, and then they trade a first round, not only a first round, but the 9th or 8th, which I forgot, overall pick in a good draft, a decent draft. But Horvat was the pick. I mean, you tell me. And how many goals does he have? Well, he has 12 after he scored last night. And then guess who scores to make it 2-1 Islanders in the third? At 17:07, mind you, late in the fucking game. So we go this whole game up until 6:55 into the second, and now it's 1-1. Then the rest of the game is 1-1 until there's about 3 minutes left, and all of a sudden it's 2-1 Islanders in the Rock. So what happens? Finally, someone made a decision. Because they pulled the goalie, Markstrom, who was excellent, but then he lets out those soft ones, that I don't think Jake Allen would let in. So I think Jake Allen should be a consistent starter, and Markstrom, and I don't know why they signed him. I really don't. Please tell me your criticisms on what I'm saying. Please, I want to hear them. And by the way, Kyle Palmieri gave the Islanders the 2-1. Finally, Luke Hughes is taken off, and Simon Nemec is put in that spot. All game, Luke Hughes hasn't been able to really get anything through from the point. He's been playing ring around the rosy, pocket full of shit. He was falling. He jumped into the Islanders bench. I put clips up all over the place of this stuff, but they put Nemec in there. He got the puck, railed one in, boom, electric crowd. But in overtime, you got, and I got to put Jesper Bratt in it. You got Luke Hughes, you got Jack Hughes, you got Jesper Bratt. All three of them in overtime were the cause of Matt Barzal scoring his 4th goal of the season. Also, going back to Palmieri, we got to see, first of all, Horvat with 2 points. Horvat had an assist, but we got to see a Matthew Schaefer's 7th assist of his career. As a history buff, like a hockey history buff, I believe Matthew Schaefer is going to be like a generational defenseman. He's already beyond like Owen Power and Dahlin. He's already better than them in my eyes. And he's an 18-year-old kid, and he's only in his 16th, 17th game of his career. And he's excellent. He looked great. You could see him out there, number 48. You cannot miss him. You know what? I'm really happy for him. So Simon Nemec gets the goal from Jesper Bratt, of course, and Timo Meier, who Jesper Bratt and Timo Meier have been very consistently recently, like the arbiters of the Devils' wins, or even getting the point. Meier and Bratt's assist on Nemec's tying goal. Last time Timo tied it, Bratt won it in overtime in that game. Bratt in the shootout, but then Barzal from Drouin and Pulock, who I was yelling at Pulock all game. Shots on goal, 35 shots for the Devils, 24 for the Islanders. Face-offs, No, I'm not gonna do 0.5s. It's 60% to 40, and in favor of the Islanders. We can't have that. Power play, 100% for the Islanders. The Devils got one penalty, and the Islanders scored on it. And the Devils were 1 for 4. So one power play, one penalty kill, and a goal isn't gonna. The Devils' penalty kill is still excellent. Penalty minutes, the Islanders had 4 penalties, 8 minutes and 2 for the Devils. Of course, 1 penalty. Hits 17 to 13 Islanders. Block shots 11 for the Devils, 19 for the Islanders. That shows you how many shots the Devils were trying to put on net. They blocked most of those were Luke Hughes shots. Giveaways, not good on the Devils' end. 20 for the Devils and 12 for the Islanders. Takeaways, only 3 for the Devils and 4 for the Islanders. And then the shots on goal. This is the difference here. Sorokin had a great game. Markstrom was good, but not as good as he could have been. He had a couple of glove saves that were really good. He made some stupid moves. Twice came out of the net sliding. Twice, mind you. The first one I didn't record live, but the second one on my X, you can find it, and also on Substack, you find the clip of him sliding all the way out, almost causing a goal. Anyway, first period shots 11 to 7 Devils. Second period shots 10 to 8 Devils. Third period shots 14 to 8 Devils. And overtime shots 1-0 Islanders, and that was Barzal's wins. Total shots 35 to 24. So that's how it went. This was not really very much a military appreciation night. The hat is cool, but they didn't really do much. They didn't come out. They didn't come out in the warm-ups wearing the military jerseys or anything like that. So, what's the point of having the night? Yeah. So the Island Boys, the Island Boys, those two, the two brothers that like make out with each other and stuff on OnlyFans. Yeah, that's what I named this episode. We're the Island Boys. The Island Boys. Anyway, I'm gonna stop doing that because I've already embarrassed myself enough. So yeah, that was it. I had a great experience at the game. That was a great game. It was a fun game to watch. To see Matthew Schaefer for the first time. I'm gonna be seeing him a few times in his first season, which is that's just fun, just cool. And also check this out. This is a Logan Stankoven and Cutter Gauthier Young Guns. It's the blur. Whatever. Whatever. Anyway, so with that, I'm gonna let you go because you got things to do. I got things to do, like this little guy. Yeah, he's sleeping over there. You know what? He went to the park. The PARK. Brought him there. Oh, you can follow him on social media. Just type in at Gino the Devil Dog. GINOTHE Devil DOG. Yeah, find him, check him out. He's right there. So we brought him to the PARK, and he played, he wrestled, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he already wants to go for I almost did it. WALK. You DOG owners know what I'm talking about, where I almost slipped and said the word. And that would have messed me up for the next half hour. So thank you for listening. This, of course, has been The Devils You Know. Will always be The Devils You Know. And I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Have a good one. Let's go Devils. Thanks for watching.